3 putts right there. 5% in 12 rounds.
Get the fuck! No way! Bullshit. Those stats cannot be correct. We're going to chart them on the course in real time. No way. It's not. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Inside the Leather. I'm your host, Ronnie from New Jersey. I'm with my man, Jeremy, the producer. As always, we are presented by Golficity. We're here at HQ. We got a good show for you today, folks. I mean, not for nothing, but first, do me a favor. I want you to subscribe to the YouTube, follow us on Instagram, share it to your people, go over to iTunes and Spotify, the whole podcast thing. Come on, people. Subscribe over there. Give us some love. Write a review. How about you write a review for us on iTunes? That would be much appreciated. It really would be. So
I have a review here that you may want to listen to. I could
You got on what the podcast out on the iTunes?
Yeah, iTunes.
On over on the iTunes.
Should I say his name or leave it anonymous?
I mean, say his name. He put his name out there,
Okay.
right? I mean, if he put his name out there, hey, what the hell? It's out there. It's in the ether.
It's from Jara Jr. 2016. He said, Ronnie from New Jersey will keep you entertained and laughing throughout the entire podcast while tackling interesting and unique golf-related topics. You have to give this podcast a listen.
Yes, you do. Thank you for the review. What was the name again?
Jara Jr. 2016.
Jara Jr.
2016.
2016. So he's probably 4 years old?
Probably.
I mean, why would you put 2016? Did he graduate high school or college?
Maybe his son or daughter was born in 2016. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe he was married in 2016.
My son was born in 2016. I don't know. That seems like a weird number to put at the end of a thing. And I got my phone not on vibrate. Sorry about that, folks.
Maybe that's the year he started playing golf. Who knows?
Possibly. I mean, we got to figure out. Right. I got to write back. I'm going to respond to him. So thanks for the review. So any of the reviews you please put us on. Your review might get read on the air. So be creative with them, maybe. All right. But no, that might discourage people from leaving reviews. You know what? Put a thumbs up at the end of your comment if you want them read on air. All right? Whatever. All right, look, let's get into it. We got a good show for you today. Folks, we're talking about playing golf with your children. Okay? We're going to dive into that. I got a really good story, and we got a video coming out in the near future, maybe a couple days from now.
Well, if this is Thursday.
This is Thursday, Saturday.
2 days from today.
2 or 3 days. Okay. So now we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about does golf take too long? We've touched on it on previous episodes. We're going to dive in a little bit more because there's one thing that sticks out to me, and I got a couple opinions on it I want to give them. Okay, and alignment sticks. We didn't get to it last week with Philly Booking on episode 23 because we just tend to bullshit a little bit too much, go back and forth a lot, and we were running long, so we had to cut this topic. But we're throwing it in there today. We're talking about alignment sticks, and then the par 5 best golf advice or tips that you've received over the years. I got 5 that are. I've gotten a lot of tips over the years, but there's 5 that, really stuck with me. There are 5 that really, even to this day, I still do them, pre-swing stuff and, whatever. So that's good. Who's this? What's this? Who's that guy? What is that? You're showing me a picture. Is that my son?
Yeah.
Why are you showing me a picture of my son and my daughter?
He's in your daughter's crate or whatever.
Her crib. It's called the crib. It's not a crate. My daughter's not a dog.
No,
you sick bastard. Yeah. Well, the only way I can get my daughter to not cry in the morning while I'm getting dressed is I got to throw my 4-year-old son into her crib, not her crate. What?
Didn't you yell at him last week for doing that?
Didn't I? No, yeah, wow, you're right. Yeah, that's pretty good memory. No, it wasn't the crib, and it was the playpen.
Oh, okay.
And the playpen can't really handle him. You got to see him in the playpen. It was like pretty funny. He was sitting in the playpen, and the whole playpen was just like caving in like this. And I'm like, "What are you doing? Get out of there! You can't be in there." But no, the crib is a sturdy, nice, solid piece of wood. But no, I have to put my son in my daughter's crib in the morning in order for her not to scream bloody murder while I'm getting dressed and my wife is in the shower. So yeah, okay, deal with it. Parents know that routine. There's little tricks of the trade that you'll learn, Jeremy, at some point and someday when you go down that path. Probably 20 years from now, if you're like me, if you wait. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm so old. Holy Christ. You really got to be young when you have young kids. I mean, you got to be able to move around. I mean, it's just like, I got issues. Anyway, what are we talking about? Let's get into this.
Drinking coffee. Where's the coffee from?
Drinking coffee, Coalition Coffee Roasters. We got the coffee in the pot right there. Nice. All right, let me see. Let's do a read real quick, and then we'll jump right into, the one that I want to talk about most today, which is playing with your young children. How your business is perceived in the public eye can make all the difference between just getting by and truly thriving. At OCG, we can guarantee that trusting us with your brand's identity will garner the attention of potential clients and competitors alike. From logo design and social media management, together we can reach new heights. Visit our website and learn more about who we are and how we can help at o'briencreativegroup.com. Check them out. Logos, all types of stuff, videos. They do branding, a lot of stuff on social media, a lot of stuff on the internet. Check them out. We love them, having them as a sponsor. They help us out with a lot of things. So, moving on. Let's talk about this. So, we shot a video, right? Jeremy calls me up, and he says, "Can you play golf today?" And immediately, the answer is absolutely not.
So then I call back 20 minutes later.
Not even. I think it might have been like 5 minutes later. And he says, "I got an idea." Because now that we have to get creative now to allow, we have to be creative in how I approach my wife with asking her to play golf. Because on a weekend, look, rightfully so, we both work, and we're both working from home. Right? The weekends they're special. You know, there's things you got to do with the family. So having to play golf on the weekends is very difficult. Now, I'm a member of 2 different golf clubs, and we have tournaments on the weekends. So those dates are actually like planned for well in advance. So she knows they're coming, so I get a little bit of a pass.
The leagues.
Right? The leagues, the clubs, well, whatever the hell they are. Right? So when I want to just go play a random round, now it has to be geared toward, babe, it's content. Right? I got to get content for the channel, right? Golficity, come on, we're content people. This is what we do, right? Got to get on-course content because that's what you guys all like to see, right? You like to see me 5-putting on a hole and going bananas, right? You like to see Jeremy hitting a stinger that almost takes out a camera guy. These are the times you like to see Frank and Mike, talk about all the things they talk about out there on the course because they're, they got the style, they're with the foot joint, they got all the good stuff. They're playing these challenges where they're taking clubs out, they're mulligan. You like the content, right? So we got to give more content. So trying to get my wife she understands it, but still it's like it takes a long time. We drive 45 minutes to a golf course. You play for 4 hours. You got to drive 45 minutes back. You got to stop and get something to eat at some point in time if you don't have a hot dog on the turn. And then before you know it, the whole day's gone, right? So Jeremy calls me, says, "Can we play golf today?" I said, "Absolutely not." Then he calls me back a few minutes later and says, "I got an idea." It's Father's Day weekend, right? This was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Saturday before Father's Day.
It was a Saturday before Father's Day. And I had already gotten clearance to play golf on Father's Day. So this was like a real no-no. But he goes, "I got an idea. What if you brought your son to the course?"
With you.
Light bulb went off. I mean, look, when I found out that I was having a son in the first place, I lost it. I was so excited. I was so happy. The first thing I thought about was I can't wait to play golf with my son.
Not even like catch or play football?
Not catch,
golf.
not play football. It was I can't wait to take him out on a golf course. Now, he's 4. He just turned 4. So it's not like he was out there playing. Although he was teeing up a few shots. He could swing the club. He has a driver, a 7-iron, and a putter. Right? He loves it. But with the whole quarantine stuff, he was putting in my basement. Mm-hmm. "Hey, Daddy, can I come down while I'm working? Daddy, can I come to your office? What are you doing, Jack? Can I come down? I want to putt." Yeah. Okay, like it didn't matter. I could be doing that. I could be on a Zoom call with the president of my company. It doesn't matter. He's able to putt, right? And so that's like I make an exception for that. So it was just a day that I was looking forward to. And when I said to my wife, I said, "Hey, babe," I said, "Look."
No, actually, didn't I make it? I was like, "Ron, I know you shot down that we couldn't play golf, but is your wife in the room right now?"
You did, yes. And you put it on speaker. I put it on speaker, and you said it. What'd you say? Do you remember?
I was like, "Is your wife on the room?" She goes, "Yeah, she's right here." I was like, "Do me a favor, throw me on speaker." And they were like, "Why? What's up?" So I was like, I just got an amazing idea. Tell me what you think." I go, "What if we go to the golf course and we film, and John Anthony's there, and the story will be playing a round of golf with my son
on Father's Day, the day before Father's Day,
right.
Father's Day weekend." And she looked at me and she smirked. I'm like, "I got her. We're good. Way to go, Jeremy! Woo!" It was awesome. So it worked out great, and it was like. It was so cool. Even the task of taking him up to his room, I was getting him so jacked up. Like I made it like it was the greatest thing in the world that was about to happen, right?
And then he calls me. He goes, "I always wanted to play golf on a real golf course."
Right. Well, my son on his iPad, he's got about 10 numbers on there that he could call, and Jeremy's one of them. So he just randomly FaceTimes Jeremy from his iPad. He calls my father, then he calls my mother, he calls my in-laws, and then he calls Jeremy. It's so funny. It's like Uncle Deuce, right? So
it comes up as your name, though.
It does. So you answer it thinking that it's
Ronnie,
me.
Oh, Ronnie's Ronnie
it's funny because
FaceTimed me.
whoever FaceTimes him, it comes to my phone
Right.
first, and I have to
or vice
push
versa.
it.
Like I tried FaceTiming you, and I went to his iPad, and they were down the shore, and then your father-in-law.
My father-in-law answered it like, "Why is this guy calling my grandson's iPad?" But anyway, I got to figure that out with Apple. I don't know why it's doing that because he can literally go into my recent calls and call, which is probably bad. I can see him calling a customer and being like, "Yeah, how you doing? What's going on?" But anyway, so my wife gave us the green light, and just the task of getting my son dressed was phenomenal. I was, as you know, Jeremy does Golficity Styles, right? So we had to take a couple of pictures. I was like, this kid's got to look good. So I had him in his polo shirt with his polo shorts. I had him all hooked up. He looked so good. He had I think he was wearing his Under Armour hat.
Yep.
So he had Under Armour hat, Under Armour shoes, and he had a polo shirt, polo pants. He was like a little cross between Spieth and JT, right? A little combo of those two. And it was just amazing. I was surprised we played a 9-hole. Where did we play?
We played at Plainfield West 9, which is the off course of Plainfield Country Club, where they hold the Barclays.
Okay, right. Okay, so it was cool. It was a 9-hole course. I didn't think that he was going to even last the 9 holes. To my surprise, he was engaged the entire time. He loved running up to the tee boxes and putting the tees in the ground. He swung a couple drivers, a couple 7-irons, and he mostly putted.
Right.
He loved running up to the green and grabbing my ball and throwing it to me. Going, "Here, Daddy, I got it for you." No. You gotta leave it. I gotta putt it. You gotta mark it. So it just being out there with him was amazing. He loved being in the cart. Mm-hmm. He couldn't reach the gas pedal, and I wouldn't have trusted him to drive the cart, even though he's like, "But Daddy, I could drive my monster truck in the backyard." Not the same thing. So he sat on my lap, and it was funny. At the end of the round, he was actually complaining about his butt hurting.
Yeah, he said it was
his
sore.
butt was sore because he was on my knee, and he's just bouncing in the cart on my knee. But it was amazing. He was engaged the entire time. We even had a delay. We had a lightning delay.
Yeah.
And the sirens were going off. He was like, "Dad, what's going on? What's that?" We told him to go walk out. There was like a bunch of people that worked at the course that were kind of like hanging out. And we made my son go up to them and say, "Hey, guys, when are we going to get back out there?" Like, it was so funny coming from a 4-year-old who looked like a golfer. It was just, I'm glowing about it now because it was absolutely awesome.
Yep.
And you're going to see it in the video. I was like practically choked up. That's how like happy and proud I was that the kid likes playing golf. I was just excited. And that's just got to be a feeling. Like, I can't wait till he's 7 and he's actually like teeing off from like the red tees and or yellow. Is the yellow the kids? Red is female.
Well, technically, they will tee off from like the center of the fairway or something like that.
But
Like if they ever to play in a tournament, they don't tee off from like the women's tees. They move all the way up.
they move them all the way up. But I'm saying, is there like a color? Just anyway.
I don't know.
Anyway, but it was just awesome. And if you haven't done it yet, if you have a son or a daughter, trust me, the 4-year-old Mark, if they, he swings in the backyard, he's interested in it. He says that he wants to be a doctor. He says he wants to be a doctor or a professional putter. And I said, "No, John, that means you're a golfer." Because the quarantine, all he did was go in the basement and putt. So like, it's amazing.
And he knocked a 10-foot putter.
He did. He
knocked
knocked a big putt in. We didn't film it. Like, we didn't have it on film. I was so
because
pissed.
he hit it out of nowhere. I go, "Oh, that's in."
He just dropped the ball and putted it, and I'm like, "Holy shit, it went in!"
And then on 2, I think he knocked like a close one. And then you missed like a 6-foot. He goes, "See, Daddy, I told you I was a better putter than you."
Yeah, you'll see the video. It was amazing. It was a lot of fun. And don't wait. 3, 4 years old, even if you only go get like 5 or 6 holes in, like, and they throw a tantrum, like, who cares? Just having him in the cart alone distracts them to the point where like you could get a shot off. If you're with them alone in the cart, you could jump out of the cart, you could take a shot, make them take a hit, whatever, and then throw them back in the cart, and they're excited and they're happy. Like, it's good. I would advise anyone to do it who's been looking to do it. Son, daughter, doesn't matter. 3 years old, 4 years old, do it. Now the kid won't stop asking me to play golf. Right? That's all he wants to do. "Hey, Daddy," he says, "Daddy, I want to go play golf with you over at the Panda." I said, "The Panda?" I said, "You mean Black Bear?" Because he saw the video from us at Black Bear, and he's just like, "Black Bear?" I'm like, "Yeah." He wants to go to Black Bear. I said, "John, you got to practice more." So now every day he's like, Daddy, can we go outside and hit some balls? Because I got to practice so we can go play Black Bear. He wants to play with Jeremy. Every day he has to play golf with Jeremy. He wants to go back to the place where Thor and his brother Loki were having a fight. That's whenever there's thunder and lightning, that's what my son says, that Thor and Loki are having a fight up there. It was just an amazing experience and a great day. So I truly advise everyone to go out there with your kids, no matter how young they are. They're going to love the cart alone, so it's worth it, and it's a lot of fun. You feel really good. Everybody at the course was waving.
Yeah.
Everybody at the course thought it was like the coolest thing in the world. Right?
We had the cameras. They were looking.
Oh, right. Well, they look when we have the cameras, but even more so because they saw the kid. I mean, it was great. It was great.
I almost got thrown off of the cart that day.
You did. You came down hot because you had a camera in one hand.
Yep.
You were trying to drive the car, and you came down a hill. And my son said, Jeremy, what are you doing?
What happened?
Dude, what are you doing, dude?
Okay. Okay. No, but it was a fun time. I think it was hilarious. Half the time we were laughing. I think the best part of the day was when there was a rain delay and John just wanted to get back out there and play.
That's it. That's all he wanted to do. He was just like, I want to get back out there, Dad. Dad, when can we get back out there? It was awesome. It was awesome. So what else we got? Let me see here.
I think that brings us to our next point, which was...
yeah, does golf take too long?
No. Before that, like, how can we get more kids into golf?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, right. I mean, what do you want to say?
No, I think... No, you go ahead. You got it. It's your show.
No. It's well, I mean, and yeah, it's my show.
So, well, no, but, all right, so my question...
Tell me, I'm drawing a blank as to what you're referring to.
No, my question to you would be, how can we get more kids to, like, be more engaged into golf?
Well, I mean, I think that there's, it's got to be accessible, and that's one thing. It's funny because like there was the big spike in golf courses because of the Tiger effect,
yep.
And then it actually hit a lull, and a lot of them were closing, and that sucks because now the trend of on tour of all these young kids really taking off. Like it's almost like I feel like there's more of a demand. Obviously, COVID just like shut everything up.
Well, not really though, because I feel me personally, I think COVID boosted golf because now you see a lot of golfers.
So do I. I'm saying it messed it up because it's now there's not enough tee times. Now it's like now people really want to get out because that 3-month period where they couldn't do it. Right. Plus, it's one of the most safest things to do, right. Keeping the social distancing.
That's the problem why you can't get a tee time is because the people that don't play golf are playing golf and it's just they're just taking up everything.
Yeah. So the ways to grow it, make it fun for the kids. The episode that we talked about this in depth, we talked about, making the holes bigger and all those things. But I want to talk about one more. I want to go back on one point that we made in that episode. It was shortening the golf course to 14 holes.
On the stream, yeah.
We talked about it on the stream, but we also mentioned it on the podcast many, many ones back when we were talking about ways to grow the game and what could be improved. But I want to talk more about this one. Because on the stream, if you don't know, we stream on Twitch. PGA, what's the name of the game?
The Golf Club 2019. All
right, and the new one's coming out in August, right? Mm-hmm. The 2021 with JT on the cover.
Yep. Bad move, by the way. Like August, you're gonna drop it in August.
Yeah, that made no sense. They should have pumped the release up a little bit sooner because it's like people were home.
Yeah.
People were itching and dying to play golf, and you could have brought that new game out, even if it came out in like a beta. Like, hey, look, it may glitch on you, it may shut off, but at least you could play the new one instead of playing the old one,
or a demo or something.
Right, something. But anyway, so so the new game's coming out in 20. So on Twitch, we talked about this, and I think somebody had put a comment in there and started talking about things. I think golf should be 14 holes. Okay, now I love playing. Obviously, I don't want it to end, but if a golf course was 14 holes, you theoretically can get the front 7 in on your lunch break. I mean, you kind of could. You could take an hour and a half lunch break from work. You can go bang out 7 holes, and you could actually like work it.
An hour and 30.
You can't play 9 holes. It's not possible. It's too long. You're talking 2 hours, maybe plus. What
would
busy.
7 holes be? Would it be like, I don't know, an hour and 15 at that point?
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's you're probably like an hour and 15, hour and 20. You could probably get in 7 holes. And here's the thing. So you have the front 7, the back 7. And you have 14. Now, look, I get it. Most people, it takes them a couple holes to kind of get into the flow. So you kind of screw up on 1, 2, and 3. 4, you start feeling it a little bit. 5, 6. The front 9 usually is in the 40s, right? And then all of a sudden you torch, scorch the back 9 for a 39, 41. You know what I mean? You're like a good low score. And it's like, I know when you're done playing 18, you wish you could play another one. But it's just not feasible. Time-wise, it's just not. It's impossible.
For some people.
For some people, right. For some people, it's not. But for me, it's like that extra hour, all All right, let's be, like I said, we drive 45 minutes, half hour to 45 minutes to get to a course. Then you got to warm up a little bit, and then you get your tee time. Then you play a 4-hour round because they're so busy and backed up right now. And then another 4. You're talking about 6 hours, start to finish. That's absurd. If it was cut down to 14, I think more people would play. You get out of work at 5 o'clock. You could definitely get 14 holes in before the sun goes down in the summer. No doubt. You could play 7 holes on your lunch break. You could go play 14 holes in the morning and make it back to work at a decent hour. You could tee off at 7 and be back at work by 10:30. Probably even earlier than that. 9 o'clock. Maybe not 9:30. But the point is, you'd be able to play more. And I think it would have to be a consistent thing across the board, because there's something about. Well, you could say, well, Ronnie, why don't you just play 14 holes? Because it's hard to stop. When you don't finish that round, you want to be able to get your GIN number. You want to get your handicap in order and all that stuff. So it's like if it went across the board.
You also pay for 18 holes.
Right, you pay for 18 holes. Right, so it's like you don't want to just quit at 14. But here's the thing. You 7 holes, front 9, 7-hole, back 9, 14 overall, right? And then think about that day that you have nothing to do.
You can play.
You could play 28.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 28 is a lot more doable for most people than 36.
Well, 28
when you
is
play
like
36 holes in a day, like those last 5 holes, 6 holes, they hurt.
For some people.
I
did it. It's because I did it the other day, and I felt great, and I felt like I could play another 18.
Yeah, but you're sick, okay? You're sick. The majority of people who play golf are older.
Sick, but they
are older. We're all sick because we love the game, but I don't know. I think that like a 28, you going on vacation, you go with your boys down to play Myrtle Beach, play golf. You bang out 28 holes, 2, back-to-back, 4 different courses. It's a nice day. It's nice.
That's like playing.
And you got 2 scores to enter. I don't know. I just think it would be better. I think it would speed things up a little bit. It would make it where I think more kids would come to the game too, because it's not taking. It's a lot of time commitment. It's a huge time commitment.
But you don't.
And I hate just playing for 9. Yeah. 9 drives me nuts.
But you don't think like the kids, especially kids, like once they like something, they're gonna want to keep on doing it. Like we see with John right now. Like he loves.
I'm not really talking about kids, my son's age up to your age. Like, you guys can play 36 holes. It's no big deal. You don't have other responsibilities. I'm talking about the dads. I'm talking about the guys who have, like, literally full-time jobs that are working from 7 in the morning. They're commuting. They're not getting home till 7 o'clock at night. Those guys can only play golf on the weekends.
So your argument is it's a time sense. Like times.
No, it's just time. I just think that if you have the time, so play 21 holes, play 20, play 28, play two 14s. That's a great day for somebody. I would be able to do that too, because if you think about it, that would only be maybe another hour more than playing 18 regular holes, but you're getting 2 rounds in.
Right.
So I don't know. I just think that it just would make more sense. It'd be a little bit more considerate.
So what would it be? 3 hours and 3.5 hours?
No, not even. I think it would be about 3 hours to get 14 holes in, because it takes 4 hours to do an 18.
4:25, yeah.
Sometimes over 4 if it's really packed. Yeah. It's
like on a Father's Day.
Like on a Father's Day. Oh my God, yep. Dude, the course was. I played Ballyowen with a couple of friends on Father's Day. I mean, there was a lot of drinking involved. But there had to be.
Right.
Because you're literally waiting for every shot.
Yep. That's terrible.
It was pretty brutal. It was brutal.
I hate that.
But
I understand in the tee box, but every shot, that's bad.
Every shot.
That's really bad.
Every shot. It was, yeah.
Obviously, every shot leading up to the green, but that's still slow. Like, you feel like you stripe a drive down the fairway, and you're like, let's go, I want to hit it right away. But then
right. And you get there, and you got to wait.
Then you have 3 practice
You're 180. You're 180 from the green. Obviously, you could hit the greens, and then you got to wait for them to putt. And it wasn't even the people that were ahead of us, because they were waiting for the people ahead of them. Like, it was just, the whole course was backed up. It wasn't like, here's one thing that bothered me about that round on Father's Day. I got to talk about it.
Your putter?
Yeah, that bothered me. That actually prompted me, which we'll get to that in a second. Look, we call them hard-ons, all right? Hard-os, hard-ons. People who just they're just too much, right? They're just too much. They call them the tryhards in like Fortnite, video games or whatever. I don't know if that's an exclusive term to Fortnite or whatnot, but they're just people who are just trying too hard. They're just trying too hard,
in
right?
golf, right?
And this is golf specific, right? So in the group ahead of us now, Father's Day, Ballyowen. We all knew it was going to be a scorcher in the afternoon. It was about 85 degrees, but the humidity was through the roof, okay? It was so hot. It was bad. The guy in the group ahead of us, black pants, black shoes, tiger red shirt.
Stop.
With the black hat, like literally you thought he was going on tour. Like you thought that it was Halloween and he was going to the party dressed up as Tiger Woods.
That's terrible.
When I got up to the tee, when I got up to close to him, because we backed up so bad that we were on the tee box watching them tee off on a par 3.
Okay.
Because literally the par 5 before it, literally all 4 of us made it green side in 2.
It's a short par 5. If I know, if you're talking about 10.
No, not 10. I'm talking about 1,
5.
2,
5.
3, or right around there. No, 6 is the par 3.
So 5. 5 is a par 5.
Yes.
Yep.
5 is the par 5. That's what I'm talking about. The one that runs with the water on the right.
Yep.
You know, the one that you put in the water every now and again, and we redo.
Yeah. I think honestly, I think the number on that was 4.
What?
3 or 4. That what we were talking about.
Right.
I think it was 3 or 4.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, that hole, right? All of us were in the fairway. All of us, I think 3 out of the 4 of us were on the green in 2. We were literally like, it's not a very long par 5, but they were just really nice shots. And then one kid chipped it to 5 feet, tapped it in, and the other everybody else like 2-putted one, whatever. Now we're off, and they're still waiting on the tee box for the next group. So we just kind of just rolled up and just introduced ourselves and started talking, right?
Talking about the podcast.
I said, of course. I told them about the podcast. I threw the plug in. I was going to hand them the business. I made these business cards, but I'm afraid to hand them to anybody because of Corona. So I just start throwing them on the ground. But no, so yeah, so I said, I got to go see this guy. I got to see this guy up close and personal. I got to see what he's doing. Well, let me tell you something. He was drenched by the 6th hole. Yep. You could, up close, you could see the dark pants. You could see, the outline of the sweat and his ass.
Yep,
you could see the shirt is just sticking to him. Yep. He's coming through it already. Yep. It's like, dude, and it's like 9:30 in the morning. It's like, what were you thinking? You got to go to pull a Jeremy and go change on the turn. But I had to see his swing, up close and personal, because if you have the balls to wear that, I mean, granted, it was Sunday. Maybe he lost a bet with his friends. I don't know, and he had to go get dressed up like that prior. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I had to see it. And his swing was terrible. I mean, I'm not one to talk. I mean, I got a fat guy swing, but I make good contact and I can hit the ball. But it was bad.
Yeah.
It was almost like it might have been like his first time on the course.
Yeah, that's.
And
you have to know.
He literally had the Nike shoes. He had the Tiger Woods hat. He had the Nike's red shirt, the black pants. It had to be 110 degrees with humidity. Had to be. You could see the ass sweat. It was this. But anyway, moving on from
you
that.
have to, if you're playing bad, you have to know you got to make a change or something. Like at Black Bear, when I was playing bad with the red on, I immediately went to
made a change, right? I'm like you though. I'm very superstitious too. And speaking of superstition, so during that round, I putted so poorly. Yet again, it was 3-jack after 3-jack after 3-jack, and I really destroyed what would have been a great round. I ended up shooting an 88, and I had probably 6 putts that I should not have missed.
Okay, so that's an 82.
I could have. I mean, I'm not saying that I would have shot at 82. I'm saying it would have been really, really feasible for me. I should have been in an 84 range.
Okay.
I should have been around an 84. I should have been sub 85 on that day with the way I was hitting my Titleist AP3s, murdered out, black with the black steel shafts. I absolutely love them.
I don't think our fans have seen them. So if you want to take that out and show them,
yeah, take a look. I mean, look at these. I mean, they are just sexy clubs. We got the black AMT S300 stiff shaft. It's black. They look like graphite, but they're not. They're steel. But just take a look. I mean, they're just pretty. Can you getting them?
Yeah, the right left camera. Nice.
They're sexy. They're sexy. So I love them. So being superstitious, like I said, I've been putting like crap. And you know I got the Mizuno putter, I got the Ping putter, the Scotty putters, I got a million putters. I said, you know what, let me do something drastic. Okay, things aren't working with the 33-inch blades. You know, one hand's not working. Then I tried going back to two-hand. It wasn't working. Now, all of a sudden, putting two hands on the club, 33 inches, feels off. It feels weird. It feels too short. When all my life, anything longer than 33 felt terrible. Once I started putting with one hand, I think, because the one hand allowed me to be a little bit more upright. Now, when I'm going back to two hands, I have to bend down, and I think that's causing me a little bit of discomfort, you know, in the setup. But I did some research, okay, and I went ahead and bought the Odyssey Stroke Lab 10. Now, everyone says, "What are you doing? You bought a spider?" That's the first thing Jeremy said when he saw me when I opened it up. But there's a lot of research that went into this. So first of all, it's 35 inches. They got a graphite and steel. It's a combination shaft, so it's extremely light. There's a 30-ounce weight in the back here. Not 30. Is it 30 ounces or 30 grams? Probably 30 grams. Anyway, it's that right there is on the back end. And I don't know, whatever. There's weights in the back here, and it's supposed to be MOI. It's supposed to make your misses not really miss that much, right? With the micro hinge things. The guy from the guy from TaylorMade that created the spider, he now is with Odyssey.
Right.
Okay, he left and went over to Callaway. So he actually owns the patents to the design. If you could look at it, they're slightly different now, the spiders.
Tighter. But just a little tighter.
A little, yeah. So, I mean, it's very minimal. I mean, everybody bites everybody. Design is one thing. I mean, people like something, they go with it. Everybody kind of comes out with their version of it. I just love the way this looks, okay? The spider is a little bit more rounded, but it's easy to line these things up. This one actually lays perfectly flat at a dress, and this high-definition white line across the top is absolutely spectacular. But we're going to stop showing and talking about this because I know that we got a podcast here and people can't see it. But the Odyssey Stroke Lab 10 putter is now in the bag with the Ape. It's unbelievable. I've only played about 10 rounds since Corona stopped, and I've already got new irons in my bag. I got new putter in my bag. It just doesn't stop. I got a disease. It's a sickness. I got to go talk to somebody. I got to get counseling. I think I have to get counseling. How do I get to episode 13 here?
That should be. You should start that.
What's that?
Golf counseling.
Golf counseling. I would love that. I would love to listen to people's problems and give them my opinions of it.
Yep.
So why don't we do that? We'll start it here. We'll do anonymous, right? We'll do anonymous. You got any golf issues? Let us know. We'll talk about them here on the show.
Email us or DM?
Email, DM on Instagram. Yeah, that's always good.
You can email me.
Right?
My email's on the bio, in our bio.
It's in the bio?
Yeah, in our Instagram bio.
Jeremy at Golficity.
Yep.
And Ronnie at Golficity, but don't email me because I don't check my emails. I don't check my text messages. I don't check my email. I'm terrible. I have my work email that makes a distinct sound on my phone. That's the only one that I actually check when I need to.
Because you know it.
Because I know that's I get too much other shit.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. And even now the Slack sound that I usually get for when the Slack thing that we're on, that doesn't even alert me anymore. Like it's just like it's like I don't even hear it anymore.
That's why you don't.
And then I check. Then I look. I see the little number 5, and I'm like, oh shit! I missed 5 things. What did I miss? What did I miss? Mike can't stand it. I know it. He knows that I don't respond. He knows I don't respond. I'm a cool. I'm old school. I was born in 1978. Okay, if you were born sub 80, you need a phone call. Okay, because we didn't do all this text messaging shit back in the day. All right, you either sent the mail letter the old-fashioned way, and you wrote it with your old John Hancock signature, or you called. And if I wasn't home, too bad. Call me again later. Like this.
Sorry.
And then the answer machine came in, and that screwed everything up because now when you got home, you were pissed off if you didn't have a message. Now, nobody called me. Yeah, but who cares? I don't care. Text messaging, I hate it. I hate it. It's so easy to just screw up what you were saying. Oh, I put it in all caps, so why'd you yell at me? Because I just wanted to make a point. I hate it. I hate it. I hate the LOL. You'll never see me write LOL. You will never in a million years see me write LOL. It's
never
a ha.
In your life.
It's a ha-ha. I give you a ha. And if it's really funny, you get a ha-ha-ha-ha-ha. You get a whole bunch of ha-has. No LOL. I can't stand it. The shake in my head. I don't even know what half of them mean. You know, like the F, fear of something.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't even understand this lingo anymore. Just how about you pick up the phone and you call me and you say, "Hey, Ronnie, you want to play golf? Yeah, let's go." Let me check with the wife first. But anyway, look. So, what the hell were we talking about?
I'm looking at our text right now.
We were talking about email. Oh, emailing him, Jeremy at Golficity.
Oh, for counseling. For counseling.
For counseling. Yeah, if you need counseling, come to me, Dr. Ron.
I'm making that a whole episode. I'm checking my phone right now to make sure that you don't say LOLs, which you don't, and I didn't know.
You're fact checking me.
Yeah,
I know.
Which you're good.
I know. And I'll tell you what, I'm actually really pissed off because I even said that I would never do an emoji. And I started doing that shit. Because you know what? Honestly, it is easy to just put the thumbs up.
You're a big like.
I'm a big thumbs up guy.
You're a big like crap slash like
crap slash
like sweet slash or what's that thing called?
A hyphen?
No, not a hyphen.
What are you talking about?
Like not slash. But
what? Tell me.
like,
Show me.
This? I don't know if you can see. Like,
what?
Where you see where it says crap and then it's like dash. Oh, is it dash? Yeah.
It's like a hyphen.
That's what you do. You're a big.
That's how I separate. Because I don't. Why do I have to be grammatically correct when I'm writing a fucking text message? That's what drives me nuts. Punctuation's got to be right now.
Here it
I
is.
do hyphen. I just throw hyphens in. I just throw hyphens in to separate the thoughts. This is how I talk, and this is how you read my text. I try to write a text the way I would read it.
Thanks, brother. Dash.
Yeah. Thanks, brother. Right. That's what a dash is.
Hi, dash.
Yeah. No, get out of here. Now you're just making shit up now.
Look, here's an emoji that you say you don't write.
I know. I do the thumbs up. I try to keep it to the thumbs up. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Here.
It's a thumbs up.
But I didn't realize that you sent me a picture of the stroke lab, like of the spider putter, because I was taken back today when I saw it. I was like, oh, you got a spider. I didn't know that you sent me a picture.
Are you just because you were fact checking me? You saw the picture that I sent that you didn't notice. All right, that's good. All right, it's good to see that it's reciprocal. Nobody gives a shit about anybody's texting. Just call. I tell everybody, look, email me. If you're going to send me an email, you better just expect me never to respond.
Or text you, hey, I just sent you an email. Check your email.
And even that, I might get that text 4 hours later, and then I'll go check the email. So eventually I'll get there. But if you need me right now to answer or do anything, this goes for anybody.
Mike may have something to say about that yesterday when he didn't answer his text about your shoe size.
Oh, you mean my sock size? Way to get me excited on that one, Mike. But no, exactly. And it wasn't, I did not respond. Like, I respond immediately when I see it. I just don't see it. I don't hear my phone. When my phone's on vibrate, I don't feel it.
Well, thank God that I knew your shoe size.
You did know my shoe size. That was kind of funny. That was good. You mean my sock size?
Whatever.
You knew my sock size.
He's never going to let you go, Mike, on that one.
Because it's funny. You call somebody up and you say, hey, tell me, man, what's your shoe size? Holy shit, I'm getting a pair of shoes. I was so excited. And I come in today and I find out, no shoes. It was for socks. Socks!
I totally screwed him on that, man. I'm sorry. I didn't even mean that.
I told my wife, too. I'm like, I think FootJoy might be sending me something. I was so excited. And I'm socks. Socks.
Yeah. Hey, dude, they're good socks from what I hear.
I'm sure they're great socks. I'm going to give them a solid review. I'm going to see if I could slide across the floor like Risky Business in those socks. I'll play the air guitar for everybody. We'll make a video of it. But so that's a good thing. So this new company that we're working with, which we'll name maybe at a future date, I don't know. But that's the new trend. Sock sizes, which is good because back in the day when they're mass produced, it's 6 to 12. So wait, you're telling me my fat ass 11-inch wide foot
6 to 12 or 6 to 8 and then
it's sometimes 6 to 12.
Oh, boy.
So if you got a 6-inch foot and you got a 12-inch foot, how are you wearing the same sock?
Stretch them out.
That's absurd. That it's too loose for the 6. It's too But now a new thing. So that's good. I'm actually glad that these people are. I guess now personalization has forced people to like be able to get an order and make it right away. That why wouldn't you just stitch a couple of sizes? I mean, come on.
Right.
You're going to sell it. You find out the most, you go by the most popular foot size, not popular, but the most foot sizes are specific, and you make your inventory reflect the numbers. You use analytics, people. But that's it. So I'm 11.5 wide sock side if anybody wants to send me a pair of socks. All right, what else we got?
Alignment rods.
Let's do a little something here. Let's do a
read.
little something here. Yeah, let's do a little read.
38 minutes, by the way.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Have you ever felt so sore that you couldn't get out and play a round of golf that you desperately wanted to? Have you ever been able to finish that round of golf? If you answered yes to either of these questions, you have to go see our guys over at Pro Staff Physical Therapy, which they got a new logo, by the way. O'Brien Creative hooked them up with a new logo.
Is that right?
It's clean. It's clean. They did another nice little rebranding. So go check them out for the logo, if anything else. I'm going to tell you right now. But Pro Staff, they're awesome. They have the latest state-of-the-art equipment and specialize in sports orthopedics. They have 9 locations located throughout northern New Jersey and accept all major commercial insurances. Visit them at prostaffpt.com. My buddy Mike played him golf yesterday with him, and it was a great day. We played over at Forest Hill Field Club. Really, really, really nice.
Is he a good golfer?
He's decent.
He hit the ball. I can only imagine he hits the ball a long way, right?
He He actually is irons off the tee most of the time.
Really?
He doesn't mess with his driver.
Golfer. He's a smart golfer.
Well, he is smart in that, but I also think it's because he can't hit his driver. I mean, it's just that simple. I think some people, some of us can. Some of us can. Some of us can. So it's some people. The driver's the best club in the bag. Right. For me, it's just every other club sucks. But that's the point. Is that he's iron off the tee. So you're either when you see somebody with an iron off a tee, you're either like, all right, they're smart, or they just can't hit a driver. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, he just can't hit a driver. He has the ball too far back in his stance. It's like in the middle of his stance. Like, driver's got to be up above. You got to be able to clear things. But I don't want to give anybody else lessons. But, Mike, if you're listening, I mean, I got about a laundry list of things that I saw that I could help you with. But I can't really be the one to help anybody because I'm not a scratch golfer. Like, I don't feel comfortable. I'll give you my opinion, but I'm not going to try to edit. Whatever. But, yeah, so that's pro step. So, alignment rods. Alignment sticks. We're talking. I think they're bogus.
Okay, why do you have them? Why do people have them in the bag?
I have them in my bag. I even have a cup. I think it's just, to be honest, the reason I have my alignment rods in my bag is to hold my towel. And that's it.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah, no, look, I never used them. I never, ever used them. Right? I got the, where the hell are they?
Are they even there? I don't see them. Oh, there they are.
Yeah, they're holding my towel. Look, they're holding my towel. And they're here. I got a really nice Rosenfire Stars and Rosenfire. Yeah, Rosenfire, right? Yeah, Rosenfire. Rosenfire Stars and Stripe. I got an alignment rod cover. It holds two alignment rods. But they're bogus, people. They're bogus. They don't do anything. What are they for? Are you real? You can't use them on the course except to hold the towel, and that's why I use them. And even when I'm on the range, sometimes I'll put it down. But if you learning to line yourself up on the range with an alignment rod, to me, it just feels counterproductive because you don't have the alignment rod on the damn course with you.
Right.
So if you're just relying on that if you can't look at a target on a driving range and know you're not lined up straight, then figure it out. Alignment rod's not going to help you. Take your club, put it across your nipples, and point to where it is. Because that's kind of where you're if you're the way you're lined up. You address the ball, you take the club up, you put it across your nipples, and wherever the club is pointing, that's where you're lined up.
Right.
You don't need an alignment rod on the ground. Some people stick them into the ground and clear this. Look, if you're working with a coach, then yeah. I mean, but I don't know. Are you really doing these things on your own, people? I don't know. I think they're bogus. I have them. I have the nice cover. I have the nice white ones. It's a towel holder for me. You use them or what? Or
I have one. I have one in the bag. I just put a cover on it.
Just put a cover on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A cover like that, not from Rosenfire, but it has an alignment rod cover.
Okay.
But I don't use them. I would never take it out at the range. I would never take it out on the court.
Then why do you have it in your bag?
I guess to hold my towel. Really, what it is.
You do that too. You have your towel on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't use it. So that the question is.
I used to put my towel on my 4-iron because it very rarely comes out.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Do we have anybody? Did anybody say anything about
So we put a question.
We put it out there to the Golficity Army on Facebook, right? We put it out there with the alignment rods. What do you use them for? Do you love them? What was the overall response? What was the overall vibe of the responses?
Overall was yes.
Yes. Yep. Yes that they use them, or yes that they just have them.
Yes that they use them.
I got to hear this. Did anybody write anything interesting?
Yeah, we'll start with our own Ed Tuza from Golficity.
Ed, my man Ed, main course. Check him out. He's out of his mind.
Yeah, he goes, yes, I use them when I feel like I'm coming too far inside or out to in. I bring them out. They have really helped me realize how open I was in my setup as well.
Ed.
So he's using them. So
Ed,
you can't knock him for using them.
Oh, I'm going to knock him because it's Ed. It's my buddy Ed. Come on, Ed. Who you bullshit? Come on. You don't know that you're swinging in to out. You need a rod on the ground to tell you that?
Right.
Look at the divot path. I mean, the divot should be all. Well, Mike. I mean, if you divot like Mike from Golficity, I mean, you're using shovels. So I don't know if he can actually see his path. Well, yeah, you can know that you're digging. You're too. You just gotta look at the damn divot. What's the matter? Did you lose camera over there?
No, yeah, it died. The camera died.
Is it plugged in? Is it okay?
No, it's fine.
Oh, it's off. Your radio. No video for you.
Yeah, no video. Video.
It's all me.
Yeah.
I haven't addressed this camera at all today. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Sure?
I've been clicking to it, so.
You've been clicking to it, but yeah, you haven't been telling me.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It's a.
But no, I think that a divot will tell you that.
Right. No, and
right? I mean, Good for Ed. You know, Ed, make a video for me, Ed. Show me using. Hey, look, maybe it'll work. I'm not opposed to using them. And like I said, if you have a coach, if a coach is using them to help you, all right, maybe. But when you're using them by yourself, is what I'm saying. It's
a different story.
It's silly. I think it's silly.
Here's an interesting one from
who do we got?
From E.
Oh, Mr. Benz.
This is Benzie.
E. Benzie. God.
He said, "I only bring him to practice. I don't know how much true that is, but can always find a at Super Speed Golf training system shaft in my bag, though."
Way to plug a product on a review. I throw a question out there to the Army, and we got people actually promoting products on it. That's great. But what is it? You got it over there. Oh, I was gonna say get me one, but I guess we have them. What is this thing? What is this called?
It's a Super Speed golf training system. So they're like weighted
Super
shafts.
Speed Golf. Why we're promoting them? Okay, that's great. Well, I guess Benz is promoting them, so we might as well give him a shout
Ben's
out.
plugged them and he tagged them.
And he tagged them too. I gotta talk to him. Oh, that's pretty cool. So you just swing it like It's like a weighted shaft, and it helps you improve your swing speed.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. Well, Bryson DeChambeau probably has a 400-pound weight at the end of his. The way he's been.
Here's another good answer.
What else we got?
From David Hughes. Thanks for commenting. By the way, he goes,
David Hughes. Okay, thank you, David.
A lot on the practice range. Had a coach tell me to use them every time I practice. There's too many variables in the swing. No need to have an alignment be one of them. Also, they are great for hanging a towel when playing. For a while, we had flag sticks out, and we would walk up and use an alignment stick when chipping, or if it was a long putt to mark the hole.
Wait a minute. It was Doug? What was his name? That was Doug?
David Hughes.
David, where, David, answer me this question, David. I love the towel because that's the way I use them. Where are you playing, David, that doesn't have flags in the holes, David? Wait a minute. Was that like a COVID thing? Like because of COVID, the whole... David, you got to reply to this one when you hear this because I need more clarification. Where are you playing that doesn't have flags in the holes and you got to use your alignment rod to make the flag?
Right.
That's interesting.
Here's another interesting one.
We need clarification from David on that.
Let us know.
Because if it was a COVID thing, then that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's pretty smart. But if you're just playing courses that don't have flags, we gotta get this guy out to a course. We gotta show him a real course. I mean, holy shit! What else we got?
I use them every time I practice. I also use them.
Who's this? Come on,
Michael Moore.
Oh, like the film director?
I guess.
We got Michael Moore coming to it in.
I use them every time I practice. I also use them to aid in marking playing partners' balls if others are walking and I'm riding.
Oh, Michael Moore. Wait a minute. Read that one more time, fast.
I use them every time I practice. I also use them to aid in marking playing partners' balls if others are walking and I'm riding.
All right, listen, Michael. It's funny. That's funny. But I'm thinking about it. I'm processing it a little bit. It kind of makes sense because I use my hat. So like if I'm let's just say you're playing right and you got two people, one's on this side, one's on the other. Like, I hit mine. Let's just say me and Jeremy, we hit our balls in the same vicinity on the right side of the green, but Jeremy's in a cart with his brother and he's on the left of the fairway, whatever, in the fairway, tee shots. And you're over there looking for your brother's ball. And I see your ball. What do I typically do? I usually throw my hat on the ball, which is like, hey, that's where your ball is.
But there's two different things to like mark. If it's out of bounds, hazard, and you happen to see it and you want to throw a alignment rod, fine. But if it's in
out of bounds, what do you mean?
Like if it's in the hazard, like in rough or something like that.
Yeah, like if you see a ball, if it's in the rough. Sometimes the ball sits so low you can't see it, but if hey, I got you right here, and I actually kind of like it. That might be a new thing for me with my alignment. I might pull an alignment rod instead of taking my hat off my head.
Here, pull the cover off. Here you go.
I gotta pull the cover off, stick the alignment rod down, and say you're over here, pal. That's not bad. I like it. Okay, what else you got? Anything else?
No, same old questions. A couple guys. Yes, I use them. That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, that was cool. All right. So look. So see, we talk about alignment sticks. I think that they're bogus. People are saying that they're using them. Some people are plugging products. That's great too. But I'll tell you, out of all that, the only thing that I got out of that was I'm going to use them to mark other people's balls. I think that was Michael Moore. Thank you, Mr. Moore. I thought that was pretty solid. Solid idea. All right. So what else we got? We got
par 5.
Yeah,
after a read.
Par 5. Yeah, we'll do a par 5. That's all we got left. And we're running out of time. We're long. This is just we just get. Listen, folks, don't forget to write a review on iTunes and Spotify for us. We appreciate that. Subscribe to us on those platforms, and also share us with your friends. All right. As always, Part 5 is brought to you by Aim Health. The Spine and Regenerative Medicine Institute. Back pain got you out of the game. Knees won't let you get up those stairs. Elbow pain killing your swing. Fear no more. Relief is around the corner. Dr. David Perner is no stranger to human performance. A former All-American football player and national-level Olympic weightlifter. Dr. Perner has been serving the prestigious orthopedics department in Mount Sinai, and he is now serving the greater New Jersey area at AIM Health. We offer the most advanced non-surgical treatments for spine pain relief, sports rehab, and body regeneration. Book your consultation now and get back in the game. Call us at 973-251-2189 or visit us at drdavidperner.com. You know what's funny? I was actually going to call the office. He told me to just call the office and make it, to make another appointment or whatever. And literally, I didn't even have to look up the number. I remember instead I knew it from the read. I was just like, visit him. Anyway, so that's our friend over there, Dr. David Perner. I'm actually going to the beach with him tomorrow over the weekend. Going down to the beach. This guy is pasty white. My man is pasty. I mean, he looks like the Incredible Hulk, but he's pasty white.
I was at the beach for 3 days.
He's pasty white. He's gonna burn. He's gonna burn tomorrow on the beach, and I can't wait to see it. He's the type of guy who used to wear high tops and high socks to the beach. Like doesn't like sand.
No,
doesn't like sand. He's wearing high tops on the beach. And I'm over there with no shoes on. I love the beach.
Yeah,
I can live at the beach. Did I ever tell you? Did I ever talk about my swimsuit thing?
No, let's save it for an IGTV series.
You want to save it for a what?
Let's save it for an IGTV.
Why? You try to
drop it on IG. Tell a story.
Well, what I do about the? I don't know. I kind of want to do it now.
We're at 51 minutes now. 51
minutes is fine.
Okay.
Is this the Speedo?
Yeah.
Yes, but one day, can you reenact it?
You want me to save it?
You can tell it. I just want you to reenact it one day.
It's great.
The before and the after.
Yeah.
All right, it's coming on IG. Tell them.
All right. We'll save it. Because now I got to get deep into it now. Because I got the boss was like, oh, you're talking about that story? I like that story. We got to all right, we'll save it for another day. But I got a really, really good tip for beach wear. All right. For for bathing suit area. All right. Anyway, so part 5. Best golf tips advice that you've ever gotten. I'm going to start off with one that I learned from my man Joey Ippolito, my buddy, this kid's sub-scratch.
We got to get him on the show.
We got to get him. He's out in He's actually out in Mexico. He's in Cabo. He lives in Cabo.
Let's go to Cabo.
Oh, yeah. As soon as we can, we will, for sure. He's out there at the he's just all over the place. So anyway, he taught me the Ronnie Rose, and we've talked about it a number of times. The swing tempo, the Ron E, strike the ball on the Rose. Ron E on the take back, Rose. It just puts you in sync. I say it when I drive. I sometimes say it out loud to be a weirdo, and then I mostly say it to myself. But it helps with all things. And also tick-tock when you're putting. Tick-tock, 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 because you want the ball, you want the speed to go back to be the same speed you go forward.
Right.
Okay? So those are two. So Ronnie Rose and tick-tock are my swing tempo thoughts that I do. Another one from my man Tommy down in Myrtle Beach that I played with. My man Tommy, my friend from college, he taught me when putting. When you're lining up a putt, you find a spot, right? Pick a spot, whether it be this area here, wherever you're putting to, right? Say 2 cups outside to the right, short of the hole, whatever. You find that spot, and then you want to, with your eyes, look back to your ball. Every blade of grass. You want to go real slow, look at every blade of grass back to your ball. Then you go forward quick, and then you come back again. That's just training yourself, and it's going to help you with your putting. I got to be honest, I haven't been doing it, and I think I need to get back to it. But that's one that that's one that's always stuck in my every blade of grass when you're lining up your putts. Hit it to right field. This is another one from Joey Ippolito. This is basically when he was kind of helping me out there in California. He would always say to me, like, when you're driving the golf ball, your swing path, right? This was his way of telling me my swing path needs to go inside out, right? Needs to come from the inside. Is pretend like you're trying to hit a ball to right field. Baseball players would know what the hell that means, right? You're trying to make it go to the right. So your swing path, you don't want to come straight. You want to you want the arc. So anyway, swing to right field. So that's one that's helped me, and I drive the ball well. I mean, I'm pretty accurate with my driver, and I think that's the Ronnie Rose and the hit it to right field are the two things that I think about when I'm about to drive the ball, and that's probably the best part of my game. Hit it with your dick. I don't know, can we say that? You want to beep that out? That's one that I came up with. When I was teaching my brother and my cousins and a whole bunch of people to play golf, I'm actually really good at teaching people the basics. If you've never played golf before, I'm actually good because I can kind of relate it. And when I say hit it with your private, I mean, I don't know. We could say dick here, right?
I guess you can say, but I think, yeah.
I mean, I know it's probably frowned upon in this environment, but
It is what it is.
But aren't we?
Deal with
aren't we? I mean, I curse all the time. So
We're
why
an
would
explicit podcast.
Richard? We'll call it Richard. All right. So swing, hit it with your Richard. Okay. So, but no, when you're at the top of the swing,
No, we can't call it that. That's my father's name. We got to switch
your
it. to
father's
something.
Richard.
Yeah, Rich. We got to switch it.
Richie Rich. All right. Well, this took your dick. I don't care. It is what it is. So look. So you swing when you get it up to the top, right? When you get it up to the top, your first thought, hit it with your thing. If you try to hit the ball with your thing, what's that going to do? It activates your hips, and your hips move before your hands do. And I think that's good.
Right.
And when I say hit it with your dick, people usually laugh. And then they remember it because it's a good point. Like you want to start your hips. That's the first thing you want to start when you're at the top of the swing is your hips, so it brings everything through.
Right.
Compact, fast, lag, the whole nine. It's got to start with the hips.
Right.
But if you're, saying, turn your hips is not something that someone's gonna when you tell them to hit them with your dick. That's what you're doing. If you're gonna try to hit it with your thing, I mean that's what's
Got
going
a
on.
hula hoop over here.
We got a hula hoop back. Right. That would maybe probably an easier way to figure out. Hit it with your dick. Anyway, the last one I got, draw fade. I'm actually getting really good at the fades. I'm really learning. I'm curving the ball pretty well. Mostly with my 3-wood. I'm really good with it with the 3-wood. And it's just a basic, simple thing. It's just line the club face to where you want the ball to end, right? So if you're hitting a dog leg right, you aim it kind of like through the tree, right? And then you set up that way. You leave your grip, you leave the club open to that spot, and then you turn your body, your legs to where you want it to start. So if you have a tree here, and you want to go around the tree, right? You're aiming it here, and then you're turning your feet over here, and you're hitting it along the path of your feet, but you're leaving that club open. So that will start it up. So it's an easy way, and the fade would obviously be the opposite.
Right.
So you turn your feet this way, you point your club this way, and you swing along your foot path, and that'll turn it the other way. I just thought that was easy. It doesn't always work.
Like, do you find yourself snap hooking a lot if you're doing that, like with the draw or something?
I don't do it with the draw.
Okay.
It's yes. It tends, and it's very slight too. Like you could do it slight for just a little draw.
Yeah,
like
baby.
it doesn't, the little baby draw. But for me, like if I'm actually got a real hard dog leg left, and I try to do that this way, the left one is the hard one. The draw is the hard one for a right-handed golfer. But the fade is really simple. The fade is really simple, and I'm actually kind of started making that my normal 3-wood. I'll aim it down the left side of the green and let it kind of come back around. But anyway, I think that's it.
Yep.
We're done.
Oh,
you have any swing tips? Anything that you
just one from like one that came from like the worst playing partners I ever came from.
Wait. You have one tip that stood with you.
Yep.
And it came from
the worst playing partners I ever played with. Like I ever met 2 randos.
Just 2 random, like what? You didn't like them? Like you just
did not like them at all.
You didn't like them. They were just random guys at the course. You got paired up with them, but they said something that stuck with you.
Yep. And it came from playing out of the bunker. I must have took like 2 shots to come out of the bunker, and he goes, "You'll never come out of a bunker." And he came off as an asshole. That's why that sums up the whole round. You'll never come out of a bunker if you don't just turn your body. It was leave the hands high and let the body fly.
Leave the hands high. What does that mean? Leave the hands high.
So leave your hands high. I wish I had a camera right now to show everybody. And
leave your hands high.
And just let the body turn.
So when you say high, like at the top of your swing.
Yeah, top of the swing.
And then you just turn the body and you don't swing with your arms.
You turn your full body.
So you're hitting it with your dick.
Bring it right out.
So
I guess
leave your hands high and let it fly. All right, well there you go. That's Jeremy's tip. Come from courtesy of 2 assholes that he got randomly paired up with on the golf course. And I got a little vulgar. I might have said dick about 12 times in the last 37 seconds. But whatever. Hey, are we PG? R-rated?
We're explicit.
Explicit. So this is good. So we've covered this.
It is what it is.
Is there should there be a warning screen? No, whatever. What the hell? And listen, folks, I appreciate you tuning in. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the whole 9 like you normally do. Thanks to Golficity and everybody a part of it. My man Jeremy, the producer. Next week well, I can't really say yet because we got some scheduling things. We got a couple of really good guests coming on the show in the next couple of weeks. Things are going to be good. When is this going to air?
Next week.
Which is what? 4th of July weekend?
The 2nd.
No. Yeah. Have a happy 4th of July weekend, everybody. And that's it. We're done. Do me a favor. Keep it inside the leather.